Okay, so for specifications, the carriage, which is this part right here that the fingers are attached to, moves a total of 42 inches from its full stop over here to where it stops over here. So it's 42 inches of linear travel. And I gotta get these fingers in a little better position here. Alright, so the fingers are a total of 14 5/8 inches long, which is what the plans, or not the plans, the part manual says. So that's the standard for all the fingers here. The front two, you can slide up further. They're not captured inside their bores, but the back ones actually are captured inside their bores. But they're pretty much all kept at the same insertion depth. So on these we have 1.5 inch insertion depth. This one I got pushed up because it's right by the cutting edge, so that's 2 inches, and this one is at 1.5 inch insertion depth too. So 1.5 inch insertion depth is a pretty safe bet, I'd say, across the board. So we've got essentially about 13 1/8 inch protruding outside of the clamping board. So I'll see if I can get you a better shot of this here. Kind of dark in the shed. It didn't have we don't have power in this shed right here, so it's just kind of a storage area. So it's not the most ideal for recording video, which is kind of why I'm a little bit later than I'd hoped on getting this to you. Maybe if I just go right on top of the arm here and point it down. Alright, so they're on a pivoting mount here. So you can see how they're clamped inside of a bore. It's just a pinch bolt. So we could essentially assume that, that's the one that's pushed up further by the cutting edge. We can essentially assume that the 13 1/8 inches is essentially a end-loaded beam, or an end-supported beam rather, based off of this pinch bolt here. And then the lever, or the load, should be a distributed load across this face on essentially a cantilevered beam, I would say is how we'll have to model it. Not really sure what this area would be called. We'll just call it the transport area. Is 12.5 inches tall, and we'll go with let's see where the front of the piston is, and the whole front slides back, so it's actually open up to there. I'd say maybe we can assume it is about a 12-inch wide by strictly speaking, it's 12 3/8. Call it 12. Probably could do 12 1/4, 12 even both ways. They push the hay that gets fed from the pickup feed into here, and they push it into the chamber back here, whereas the piston that slides back and forth. So kind of showed a little bit of the piston on this other side door over here that I opened up, that you can see going back and forth a little. And then there's a cutting edge in the back. Line this up so you can see. There's a cutting edge right along here that this piston slices the hay off at, so that's what forms the hay slice as that piston comes back. So that's pretty much the Baler in a nutshell. 42 inches of linear travel on the carriage. I think, what did I say? 13 1/8 of the fork sticking out. 14 5/8 inches overall length on the fork. They are spring loaded, so they can come up like this to ride over the top of the hay that's coming in while it's on its return track, and then when it comes down, it'll swing down like this. I'm not sure if the video from in front picked it up, because it's it's moving pretty darn good clip up there when this thing's running at operating speed. So these forks probably actually swing up a little bit underneath their own mass when it's accelerating the carriage back to the back position. I think that pretty much covers it for now. I'll start calculating out what the maximum velocity in the center here is. Maybe we can figure out what the acceleration is up to those midpoints, so we can get maybe at least a 3-point or maybe a 5-point graph of motion and velocity and acceleration maybe. And then I'll collate all these measurements and stuff into a Word doc or PDF or text file or something, get them sent over to you.